Hey guys, in this video we are going to hit you with the pros and the cons of living in Castle Rock, Colorado. It is a small little cute little in-between town right between Colorado Springs and the city of Denver. So if you want to learn what's awesome and what things freaking suck about living here, me and Kyle are about to tell you.
And if you're ever in Festival Park on a cold day, stop by the fire pits.
There you go. Good, it's freaking cold today, but we're not letting that stop us from bringing you the information that you need because we love it. So let's get on into this. Hey guys, welcome back. I am Sean Murphy, team leader of the Moxie Denver team. We're a real estate team here in the greater Denver metro area in Castle Rock and Colorado Springs and, Evergreen, Foothills, Divide. We cover a huge territory, but more importantly, on this channel, we make videos about what it's like to live out here. So if you are into that and you want to learn more and stay up to date on the latest videos that we put out, you got to stay tuned by hitting subscribe and then
hit the bell.
All right, cool. So you'll be notified each time that we put out that new hotness. All right, some pros and cons. We're gonna mix it up. We're gonna hit you with some pros and then throw in the cons right after. We're gonna hit you with, it might be kind of sound like cheesy, but it's community events. Because this area does such a great job of creating community, and that's what I think gives it the small town feel. When I go into places here, I feel like they're way nicer than in Denver, if you're just like in any other city, because they still have that like small town charm. And I think the community events that they have help that manifest just by creating like community and culture here.
Yeah, I mean, not just geographically, like people have awesome parks in town, funded projects to access, but also people are intentional. Like people want to get to meet their neighbors, and that's cool because everybody engages with somebody that they wouldn't typically meet, and I think that's what's so special about Castle Rock.
A lot of the events that they have are here at Festival Park. This is like the meeting ground for the community. You can see the big Christmas tree behind us. You can see where we're warming up by the fire over here, and everything's just well lit up, well designed. It's a super cute little area and it's got a ton of charm. But what are some of the other events? They had the bulls. They'll bring the bulls down the street, and so kind of like a Wild West type feel, which is awesome. And then at the top of the Castle Rock, which you can barely see from here, but up there they'll have the big star lighting for the Castle Rock. And then I know they have Elephant Rock, 100-mile bike ride out here. So there's just like, it's such a beautiful place to be outdoors and just be in your community, enjoy each other, especially when not everyone is from here. So you get a little bit of everybody from all walks of life, and that's what makes it a cute little small town. So pro number one, community events. Let's hit him with the con about the community events. Let's just get right into that traffic piece to it.
Yeah, traffic is rough. So being a small town, it feels like a small town when there's a lot of people out. So oftentimes, for example, when we had the bulls going down the street, they block off the road for that. Nobody wants to be driving behind a bunch of bulls. So they block off the street, and basically there's two roads that go north to south down Castle Rock that's not the interstate. So you're kind of screwed unless you're walking, so that's pretty rough, especially if you work or live here.
And there's really like two main roads if you're going north and south. Like I-25 is absolutely like the main corridor to get from down to Colorado Springs or get up to Denver. And then if you go like west, like towards the foothills by like Sedalia, you have Santa Fe, which is a little bit slower, beautiful, but those are like the main roads. So if there is some congestion, or if there is a big event like this, like just like hopping downtown can be a big old pain in the ass. And if you're pulling in right behind that bull parade, you'll say, that's some bullshit, right? That was good. All my jokes. He's out. He quits. New team. See you later. All right, so our next pro, Kyle, hit him with it.
One thing that's really cool about downtown Castle Rock is it used to be called, well, I guess it's still called Historic Downtown Castle Rock, meaning there are a lot of historical events and buildings, and you'll see them around town, but they've also done a lot of renovating and modernization. So that being said, there's a new apartment complex that I actually used to live in. There's a new condo complex, and at the base level, there are co-working spaces, there are restaurants, there are bars. So it's hot, it's lively, and it seems like there's new things going in every day. So I feel like like no matter where you're at in life, if you got a family and you're, you know, kind of out a little ways, but you want to come to town, there's always something for you. And they're expanding on the daily.
The locals that have lived here, the natives, they would call themselves, that have lived here forever, is kind of got like it's not like Western feel, but like once you get outside, it feels a little bit more rural. But the downtown does feel absolutely new.
Yeah, and so that being said, the next con is the fact that it has rapidly expanded. Castle Rock is no longer considered a small town. So in 2010, the population was about 48,000 people, and now it's up to 83,000 people in just over 10 years. So there's a lot of people, there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of change, and you know, the infrastructure is kind of having a hard time maintaining that, right? So we mentioned traffic, we mentioned all the events going on. That's great and all, but it is kind of tough for those people that are like, hey, I kind of miss that small town feel, that small vibe that I used to have.
Yeah, and if you ask, we were just grabbing some lunch and we were asking the waitress what her favorite thing is, because she just moved here a couple years ago from California. No, we love you, California. You call us, we're happy to help you guys. But California and Texas, you guys are the people that are contributing to the population growth the most out here, but that's fine. But she said, so to her point, like if you ask a native, they're like, the town's not the same, the vibe has completely changed, it's overpopulated now. But if you talk to her, coming from like Southern California, she's like, I love the small town feel. So it is a lot about perspective, but it is growing tremendously. It's doubled in the past, 12 years, and it's no secret now. The secret's out that Castle Rock is a cool place to live, and so I expect that to continue.
Right.
Yeah.
Small town with big events. And that being said, to go back to our other point, if you've lived in LA, if you've lived in Atlanta, and you come here and you're talking about traffic, it's not that bad.
Right.
It's not that bad. If you're a native though, and you're like, I've been here since like 82, yeah, it's a big change.
I hope this camera isn't shaking because my hands are freezing. And I have weak circulation on my fingers, cold phalanges. All right.
One more thing is that just the fact that it is an active community, and so we've got a whole slew of trails and hiking stuff, but everything's connected. That's the best part. Is so there's an electric bike shop right here in downtown called Pedigo. If you ever check them out, you can hop on a trail right here in downtown. You can go as far north as pretty much Lone Tree, and as far south as Larkspur. I mean, there are trails all throughout, and they keep them super well maintained. So whether you hike, whether you bike, or whether you walk. Cool,
yeah,
man.
and a lot of the families like that too, because it is they do like, there are a lot of activities for children in this, from the what's called the Expo Park.
Oh, the Miller Activity Complex.
The activity complex.
The MAC.
Yeah. And there's just like all kinds of outdoor things to do, community involvement, things like not just for adults but for kids too. And so that's one of the reasons that it gets the draw from the families reaching out from our YouTube channel. This area is just know that you kind of get like a mountain feel for your kids. So if you want to get them out of the city, this is a great place, but there's still a ton of activities. They're not going to just be sitting at home all day playing video games.
Right. People think just because they're not in the city that it's a slower lifestyle. I would disagree. You get a little more space, so you're spaced out a little bit if you go into the suburbs. However, it's not slow at all. There's events every weekend. There's always something going on. And like you were saying, for you or for the kids.
I say the con when I come down to an area like this, it's cute and it's fun to hang out with during the day, but once the lights go down and the people kind of leave the businesses for the day, there's not a ton of like nightlife and hangout spots. We went to the one, what was it called? That place was good.
It's a cocktail bar called Provision.
Provision's really cool, but like you said, other than that, after like 10 o'clock,
that's pretty much it.
And especially in like Denver, like after 10 o'clock for sure it's hard to come by any like late night snacks, late night bites. So this is a city that definitely sleeps. They definitely sleep, and they call it a night. And so if you like to have like things going on all the time and you want to just have things that are super walkable at night and just like bar hop, it's not really the place for you.
Not for you unless you start at 6 p.m. sharp.
Yeah, 6 to 9. Come on, man, we got things to do. Get up early. Get up with the sunrise. All right, last con. This is probably the biggest one. Shit's expensive
It is
here.
the biggest one.
It actually, when we looked at the stats, it said it was only like 17% higher expenses than the national average, but it's 35% housing. Housing is 35% more expensive than that national average, and that's like everyone's biggest ticket item. So you definitely feel that when you're moving out here. The median list price right now it's November 2022. Median list price is like $850 according to RE Colorado. Average is $850. Median is like $650, which might make you feel a little bit better. Unless you're like coming from Youngstown, Ohio, paying $125,000,
right.
then it's really expensive. It's the burden of getting into an awesome area like this. Like we said, it's had a rapid expansion, and just supply and demand. The homes they're sought after, and it is the type of market that, you know, the good homes, they are going to hit the market on a Thursday, Friday, and then by Monday the good ones will be under contract. So, you know, reach out to us. We put together a plan for you so that if you're moving from like Wisconsin or New York or California, we can still help you out, because what we'll do is we set up a call with you, get a really good understanding of what you're looking for in a property, get you set up on a custom home alert, and then if you can't be out to see the home in person, we'll go do a video tour of the property with you, making sure the house doesn't smell like cat piss and the neighbors don't look batshit crazy, because that's the stuff that realtors, they won't show you in the photos online. I would say like online photos for housing is like online dating photos. Is like the best angles, the best lighting, and then you get there, you're like, oh,
You never know what you're gonna get.
not what I was expecting. So we can help you out with that, because things do move fast, and that's what we do for our clients. But so if you guys are into that, you love Castle Rock, and you want to get started on a home search here, hit us up, reach out, give us text, call, email, whatever works best for you. And if this isn't the best feel, you want to explore some other options, either check out some of our other videos, or again, like, hit us up, and we're happy to have a consultation with you. Anything else you'd like to say?
Castle Rock's a great place. Check it out. But hey, if it's not for you, look at Denver. Look at Colorado Springs.
My hands are cold. That's what I have.